Hello everyone, my name is Jake Layne. I'll be presenting my poster to you titled Coronaridine Congeners Attenuate Fentanyl Seeking During Prolonged Abstinence. Now, as you've probably heard of, there's an opioid crisis in the United States. Opioid use disorder and overdose deaths are increasing and have reached epidemic proportions. Over 70% of overdose deaths are caused by synthetic opioids, including fentanyl. Fentanyl is commonly administered intravenously or through inhalation by smoking or vaping. There's a current need to identify novel pharmacological therapy to treat opioid use disorder. Coronaridine congeners have shown to have promising results in preclinical models by reducing drug self-administration and induce antidepressant and anxiolytic effects. Here we used a preclinical vapor self-administration model and fast scanned cyclic voltammetry to study the anti-addictive effects of two coronaridine congeners, 18-MC and cath. Now here in the bottom is a timeline of our drug training where mice learn to self-administer vapor, fentanyl, or vehicle for 10 days before being subjected to a forced abstinence. We conducted drug-seeking tests using a crossover experimental design for coronaridine treatment. First seeking test was conducted on 80-20, where half received treatment while the other half received vehicle. Second test was conducted on 80-25, where mice received the opposite treatment but that they received on 80-20. Now figure 1A right here shows the self-administration behavior of the 18-MC mice. Figure 1B shows that 18-MC significantly reduced drug seeking with no effect on mice that previously self-administered vehicle. Figure 1C shows that there was no locomotion effects between groups with 18-MC treatment. Now, as you'll see, figure 2 looks almost the same, except it is with cath coronaridine treatment. And figure 2A shows the self-administration behavior. Figure 2B shows that cath significantly reduced drug seeking with no effect on mice that previously self-administered vehicle vapor. Figure 2C shows there was no locomotion effects between groups. And figure 3C down the bottom shows the fast scan cyclic voltammetry data from our collaborators at BYU. Here in figure 3C and 3D down here, we can see that 18-MC and cath significantly reduced dopamine release in presynaptic terminals in the nucleus accumbens. Figures 3E and F right here, they have representative spikes of nicotinic acetylcholine receptors with or without cath. In 3F, you can see here there was no significant differences in dopamine release with or without cath for M2 and DHBE, which are alpha-3 beta-2 nicotinic acetylcholine receptor antagonists. Figure 3G and H show that cath significantly reduced dopamine release in various receptor antagonists. Now to summarize, we found that both 18-MC and cath significantly decreased fentanyl seeking during prolonged abstinence. Dopamine release is important for opioid-related behaviors, and we found that both 18-MC and cath reduce dopamine release in the nucleus accumbens, a mechanism that may underlie the effect coronaridine congeners have on fentanyl seeking. These results provide evidence that coronaridine congeners may be promising novel compounds for the pharmacotherapeutic treatment of opioid use disorder. Now, in the future, we'd like to examine the effects of intra-nucleus accumbens delivery of 18-MC and cath on fentanyl seeking, examine the effects of 18-MC and cath treatment on fentanyl self-administration, examine the state of nicotinic acetylcholine receptor expression in the nucleus accumbens after treatment of 18-MC and cath, and examine how 18-MC and cath affect how neuronal ensembles process drug-related information during fentanyl seeking via miniscope calcium imaging. I'd like to thank you for listening and wish you a wonderful day.